skills that really work well with what we're going with. Talked a little bit about gearing, how to use our magic abilities and craft pretty good magic, and warp striking and things of that nature. As new things get introduced, I'll include them. Gearing, how to use our magic abilities, and that's about it. So, as new things approach in that chapter 2, or new things and what have you not, or little tricks, I'll let you know. But otherwise, we're just going to play through it and see how much we can get through. Shouldn't be nothing too complicated. All right. So one thing we're going to do is going to see if we've got any extra additional weapons we can pick up. We're looking for a shield for Gladios, which we don't have. We do have a ward sword, so we'll go ahead and pick up one of those.
Pleasure doing business.
Daggers, we will pick up the Avenger for Ignis. And then, of course, the Catechus for Prompto.
See you later.
Go ahead and get those equipped. Alright, there we go. More HP, more stats is always good. Daggers, the Avengers, like I said, this is our secondary stats to give us just stats. Handgun and, oh no, let me see. There we go. Catechus, that's all good. We're going to go ahead and look at our extension points. We got 59, so we're going to put them to work. We got boost blindside damage. We don't really need that in that first boost. Warp strike damage, that's actually pretty good to go for. And then warp strike to break Damon's appendages. All that's also pretty solid. Further MP die reduction cost of phasing, that's another decent one to get. Increase MP die the number of levels he has gained. For what we're going to go ahead and get, I think we're going to go ahead and just go and get the blindside damage into further boost blindside damage, but I guess that's not really important. We're going to think in terms of what will help us out and other things and bosses. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and further boost warp strike damage. That's a very strong skill. We want to get that knocked out. And then we're going to go ahead and get the Damon Destroyer. And I think pretty much after that point, we're going to get the reduced MP and the some of the extra little side abilities like the air slip, the dodge and air. Recover MP when an aerial dash connects. Death drop from air plus 0. You know, little extra abilities like that. They're pretty cheap. We're going to get those down the road, but not right away. We're probably going to be looking into our next tree for techniques and magic. But other than that, we're doing pretty well. So we got our equipment, we're geared up. Let's go and check our money. We have 540 gil. We're going to come back over here and we're going to sell some extra equipment. We are going to sell the, let me see here, the two-handed sword we have one extra of. Or actually we have two extra, no, we have one extra of.
Pleasure doing business.
The javelin, we're going to go ahead and sell this one. Or actually, no, we're going to keep that because that's equipped. What we're going to sell is the daggers. We're going to sell the handgun. War sword we just got, that's fine. Avengers and the Catechus, that's perfectly fine. That puts our guild back up to 615.
Hey, come again.
Ain't never seen Pawpaw like this before. The pep's gone out of him like air from a tire.
Crystal and the King's Ring, what they've been after all along.
So all talk of peace was merely a pretext.
They played my father for a fool. Don't kid yourself. Reggie wasn't born yesterday. Lucius got dealt a losing hand, and your old man played it the best he could. He saw this coming a mile away, and he wasn't gonna go down without a fight. In the end, though, well, it just wasn't enough. You need something else, you talk to Core. can't even remember the last time I saw Reggie. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Okie dokie.
Cora left a message. Said he'll wait for you in the tombs.
Perfect.
They're to the northwest of
The
here.
tombs are great because we're actually going
That's
to be
a
able to
short ways
get
past the outpost.
some additional items,
Find that first.
which are going to be great to help us out. So like I said, we got extra skills here. One thing we do want to do is we want to talk to Sid because we have a weapon we need to get upgraded.
Interesting toy you got there.
This? It's just something we picked up after taking out some Imperials.
Well, I'll be Crown City made. If you like, I can make this puppy better. Give it more oomph.
How?
I can mod it for you.
Mod it?
Look, I got diddly squat to do what with Cindy taking care of the garage. If you can find the parts, I can do the work for you.
And where do we get these parts?
Down over that way among the discarded scraps. Pick up whatever looks useful and bring them to me.
So this is a quest that I actually recommend doing or getting set up.
There's a surprising amount of useful stuff lying around. Go see what you can find.
Phoenix down. We also got an item back here. Oh no, I think there's an extra metal scrap somewhere. High potion, it might be around back. If I recall, there is one more back here. There we go. So we got the metal scrap. We're gonna go ahead and run this to Sid.
What can I do you for? Be seeing ya.
Wrong person. So we're gonna go ahead and take this drain lance off of Ignis. By equipping dual cast, which is fine. We're gonna go ahead and hand it over.
Y'all just sit tight while I do my tinkering. Here she is. Try her out and let me know what you think.
So we're gonna go ahead and switch back to Ignis. Yeah, equipped it back on him. And that will be a solid item him for a while.
Got yourself a new toy.
And that's it.
I can crank up the
We'll
fun
come back.
for you,
We already
but
have
I'm
the
gonna need
rusted
parts
bit to upgrade the
from,
next weapon we're about to get
this
soon.
area.
Cool. So there is the rusted bit. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take off the engine blade, and we're gonna go ahead and put it for magic. Give him the rusted bit. He's gonna upgrade the weapon.
Thanks.
That's why I
Y'all
said it's
just
very
leave
important to
the
get it
rest
early
to
on.
me. Remember, practice makes perfect.
Okay. We'll go ahead and pop that back on Noctis. And that's it. So we got the Drain Lance and the other blade upgraded. More stats, more power, all that good stuff. We're going to go ahead and go auto. We're going to go ahead and do quest location. And then we're going to go ahead and select legacy. And that's the next quest we got to do. It's going to take about 2 minutes. We have lightning stored up, and we also have a unicast or multicast, 2 different types of strong magic. So we'll be good to go for the next set of bosses that come up because we already crafted them.
Hey,
If you,
Matt?
Yeah?
I'm pretty beat. Can we call it a night and head for the hotel?
you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. One thing I did forget, or something
No
I
time to
will do
stop.
right now,
Keep moving.
is we are approaching night.
Seriously? When will it end?
They will have seen
We're gonna go
this.
ahead and
What do you think it's like?
go ahead and go to auto map point. One thing I am going to do is we're gonna go ahead and select the camp. We want to set this as the
Yes, this is
destination.
what's mine. We'll see for ourselves in time. Indeed. No question of when.
because we don't want to stay out night and it's getting late. We want to camp. We want to go ahead and get those blizzard fire and lightning nodes.
Where's it coming from?
Side quest where you can go help a gentleman out over there to get a quick experience, but like I said, we're not too really worried about that. We're just camping, doing the major story quests, and keeping it going.
Knocked. The roads are perilous at night. We'd best head back into town.
Normally you should say no. You disagree.
I won't stop you. But there's a thin line betwixt bravery and stupidity.
Because we're going to the campsite right now, so we got nothing to worry about.
Still a bit of a walk from here.
So we're just going to go ahead and drive the rest of the way. Get to that campsite, call it a night, then head on to the next quest. Yeah, we're right there. We'll go ahead and pop a U-turn. Hold down the X button and get up out the car. Well, I guess we're gonna park all the way over here. Like I said, I reiterate, you do not want to be caught out at night. It's not worth it. Demons start coming from the ground and they make you have a bad time. And we definitely want to get those deposits next to the camp spot because they recharge by now. Because remember at the beginning of the game we depleted these, so now they're recharged again. We always want to keep our magic high. Magic's very important. It does a lot of damage and makes a lot of the earlier fights, even towards the end of the game, very easy. So we're doing good on fire. Hopefully we get another magic flask pretty soon. We're going to go ahead and pick up the frost and the lightning, and then we'll go ahead and retire for camp.
Shall we camp here?
It's bedtime.
Huh.
Hello?
Sheesh, thought I'd never get through. Good to hear your voice.
Right.
Goddamn, listen.
That's just Dino calling for an additional SS request.
Drop by Golden and mingle for a bit.
We'll think about it.
He's very good to get those accessories early on if you want to use those. If you're going to do any side quests and you want to keep it moving, as they say, Dino is really good because a lot of his quests give not only good experience and money, the area is pretty nice with a lot of collectibles that he usually sends you to. He sends you to nice areas that also happen to be dungeons, which you can do 2 birds with 1 stone. But most importantly, his accessories early on in the game make a pretty damn big difference. Speaking of which, I don't think we equipped... No, we did equip the bronze bangle. Okay, I was making sure that we got that on Gladius. Oh, nope. We're going to quest location, legacy. And as you see, the additional quests we have are in green. Those are side quests, but we're not worried about those right now. Okay. In case you accidentally sold your rusted bit or something happened to it, if you go to the top of that water tower right there, it will actually end up giving you another rusted bit. So since we already used the upgrade, we don't have to worry about that.
Your Highness, I'm glad you're safe.
Monica, where are all the others?
Most of the Crown's Guard didn't make it. It was all we could do to escort Lady Iris out of the city. Dustin is with her as we speak, seeing her the rest of the way to Lestalem.
I owe you guys big time.
Head for the royal tomb. The marshal awaits.
Another magic flask. Huh. I think there's an item around here somewhere. Some stuff on the ground. Oh well, not worried about that. Head this way. There it is. I always, like I said, recommend trying to pick up little items over here. Potions, everything extra you can get is something you don't have to spend money on, and money is power in this game. Unlike other Final Fantasy where it's more based on your level and what items you get, money is a big one in this game. Because the more restorative items you have, the more shit you can deal with and the easier it is to do what you gotta do. When you don't have any restoratives, that's when the game gets scary and you can actually lose.
First the Crown City, then Hammerhead, then the Royal Tomb?
His nickname should have been Core the Restless.
There was a lightning node back there to draw more lightning, but we don't need it.
Making it out of insomnia only adds to his legend.
Well, fortune favors the bold.
Huh?
The wise make their own luck.
You think it's a coincidence he's made it out of all those battles alive?
Focus.
Got it.
Birds up in the sky. Best way to get them, of course, is just doing the warp strike and fighting them in the sky. Prompto's also very good at attacking them too because he has a gun. There we go. Sharp tail feathers, that'd be great as a catalyst or selling it for money. And we also picked up a potion due to Gladios' survival ability.
Curiosity for the late kings of Lucis.
Only one way to find out.
Really? Yeah.
That's for the wicked.
Gonna go ahead and get our mana back because we need it.
Let's be done with this riffraff.
We got some dagger coat breasts, which is great for the food, and also some items for catalyst.
A tomb fit for royalty.
I'd like to say there's an
Let's
item
go in
back
and find
here.
the marshal.
I don't think I'm going crazy, but I could be wrong. Yeah, we're good. Sometimes there's like little hidden items behind a lot of these tombs and things like that you want to pick up. Like I said, any item you pick up is one less item you have to purchase.
Marshal. At last, Your Highness.
Yeah. Wanna tell me what I'm here for?
The power of kings passed from the old to the new through the bonding of souls. One such soul lies before you. To claim your forebear's power is your birthright and duty as king.
My duty as king of what?
Now is not the time to question your calling. A king is sworn to protect his people.
And yet he chose to protect only one prince. Was that his calling? Forsake the masses to spare his own son?
How long will you remain the protected? The king entrusted the role of protector to you.
Entrusted it to me? Then why didn't he tell me that? Why did he stand there smiling as I left? Why? Why did you lie to me?
That day, he didn't want you to remember him as the king. In what time you had left, he wanted to be your father. He always had faith in you, that when the time came, you would ascend for the sake of your people.
Guess he left me no choice.
Goes with you, Your Majesty.
Okay, Royal Arms are great for stats and stuff like that and do pretty awesome damage. However, every time you strike a blow, it does consume some of your HP early on. You got to be very careful about using it. It's okay to use it versus a boss if you got a lot of extra health items to do damage and stuff like that, but like I said, you really want to use it sparingly. Just use them as basically items that give your character more stats. So, only Knots can use them. We're going to go ahead and swap out the Javelin. We're going to go ahead and go to the Royal Arms. Or actually, I think we already have it, right? No, that's the Engine Blade. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry. It's when you get the other one. There's the Swordwise. Okay, now we got it. I was like sitting there like, I know I just got it. So we're going to sub out the Javelin. As you can see, it provides us the extra HP, the strength, and all that stuff of magic. You want to be careful with some of the swords you use because they do give you negative attributes, like extra damage taken from fire, ice, lightning. Be very careful you wear those, because even though they might give you a large strength boost or some HP, make sure you have another piece of the Royal Arm that will counteract that, or equipment that will basically help you nullify that out. So if you use one of the Royal King Arms and it gives you like minus 40% to all elements, but you're either using a food buff that makes you immune to all elements, okay, that counteracts it, but you usually don't want to really bother with that. But so we got the Sword of the Wise, the two-handed sword, and the Engine Blade, and of course we leave one slot open for magic.
That's not the only power your forebears left you. Your journey's just begun. Another tomb lies close by. I suggest you head there next.
I do believe there are 13 weapons.
All around
the second one is right away. I think you only need 10 to finish the game with. I think I don't think you're going to get 10 when you finish the game with. But there are 13, I do believe. But there are multiple of them, are there?
There are 13 overall.
Yeah, 13. So you don't have to get all 13 to beat the game. You can beat it with less than that. But just so you know, you get the additional ones outside the quest or the storyline by doing side quests.
Where's the one nearby you mentioned?
Keekatrick Trench. We know there to be a crypt, deep inside the tunnels.
Since we got the early upgrades, we picked up the rusted bit, and we got the metal scrap to upgrade the drain lance, and also most importantly the engine blade. We're not going to have any problems early on.
Just doesn't satisfy.
Be thankful we had even that. We must pay our provisions more mind.
Long years ago, we waged a fierce battle here against the Empire. It all went to ruin. And after that, the Empire moved in like it owned the place.
I'm pretty sure you can just skip most of these guys, but we're going to go ahead and clear these out since we're here. To get the extra experience, extra money, things they might drop. Since we upgraded the warp strike damage, we're doing these fights are going to be pretty straightforward, easy.
Can't stop not.
What can I say?
I want to go ahead and go to combat for a second. Get the mana back, which we did. I should have warp strike back in, but that's okay. Like I said, warp strike is very good early on. The damage boost from it and the reduction in MP lets you just go ham and make fights really easy. Of course, like I said, I didn't learn this till after I got well into the game. And since we're using the engine blade, we're also getting extra elements from the enemies. Fire, ice, all that stuff. So that helps out a lot as well.
A Magitech armor.
And we picked up an extra potion.
This particular model poses a mild to moderate threat.
The short version?
Somewhat dangerous.
Marshall, you'd have to be pretty badass to take that down, right?
Think you're up to it?
Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and start off with the battle with the warp strike, or sorry, lightning, and then into the warp strike. So as you see, we got pushed into the danger zone. That's normal. We're just gonna go ahead and pop the HP potion and go right back in. We're out of mana, so we're just gonna do some auto attacks. Prompto's actually in danger. We're gonna bring back up Prompto.
Got it.
And we got him down. Gonna pop off lightning again. Did some extra damage there. We're gonna raise Prompto one more time.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and use our locking abilities. So we took a little bit more damage than necessary. We used a couple potions. It's not the end of the world.
Praise indeed.
But we did kill those extra enemies. Got a little extra gold and stuff we could sell, or gil we could sell, so we should be fine. And we got a high elixir, and then we're gonna head into the dungeon. Exploring all the dungeons always a nice thing.
Where we go our separate
you do get a
ways.
lot of nice items and
Take
stuff
this
like that.
key. It unlocks the doors to the other tombs. Seek them out and lay claim to the power they hold. You'll need it.
And what will you do?
Keep an eye on the Nifs. Find out what they're up to. But you
We're
should focus on your own task.
going to have a Strahd mid-boss in here. It's like a Spider Queen type chick. So what we're going to go ahead and go to our Elemency. And we are going to go ahead and re-equip the dual cast chain 65. It's a little bit stronger. And since we're here, we're going to go ahead and craft some additional magic. We're going to make this mostly fire-based. And of course, we're going to add in the lightning. And we got fire with that, which is great. We're going to add in the frost, unicast 2. And then we're going to go ahead and add, let's see here. We can go ahead and 4-chain level 55, which is pretty decent for a Mithril Shaft. Sharp Reds, we got a 4-chain level 50. That looks pretty good. We also got 2 Serpetus Claw. This will give us a lot of the unicast. So I think the best thing for our bang for our buck would probably be utilizing the Mithril Shaft as our best bet. We're going to use that dual cast first, though. This quad cast with a 4-chain and 1 fort potency is going to be used for a boss or something like that we run into. The next one, it is a mid-boss, like the Spider Queen. She's not that bad, though, where you have to use that powerful magic.
There's a door.
What is this place?
It appears to have been a
Great.
shelter.
So we got another metal scrap. That works out pretty well.
Refuge from war, most likely.
Wars. Huh. What's this? A cable. Wonder where it leads.
So we
Take
can
a
follow
right.
it.
A generator?
So it would appear.
Sweet, it works.
Oh, then there was light.
Oh man, I do love me some light.
Off the beaten paths usually yield extra items and stuff like
What was
that.
that?
My bad. Kick the can.
Whoa. If it's all the same to you guys, I'd rather not get buried alive.
Yeah, let us be quick.
Carbon Bangle. Go to Noctis. Garnet Bracelet. This ups our HP. Keeps a little bit more survive. I'm going to keep the damage on Noctis because I control him. I'm going to go ahead and just pop the Carbon Bangle onto Prompto because he got really low HP. It's actually pretty much... it's sad how low his HP is early in the game. So usually if you want to stick HP items on Prompto to keep him alive a little bit longer, that's what I advise.
I can feel eyes on us.
Because Noctis, you always want to heal yourself, but if you're always healing Prompto, it gets a little frustrating. And we got another rusted bit there, just in case you sold the other one and you don't have the piece to upgrade for the edge sword or whatever.
No good. It's locked. Hello? Ever wonder if people, like, died here? Maybe... I don't know.
Whatever it is, it's playing with us.
Hey, wait.
What?
Need to brace for this.
Oracle Ascension coin, that will come in handy later.
Bummer. It's locked.
It's locked.
It came from there. What is it now?
Another
Above
item
us,
here.
look out!
Ether. Ethers really don't come in handy, but you always could sell them or use them for catalyst for magic.
Oh!
Whoop! I completely went the wrong way and got myself out of here, which was terrible.
Black in here.
Sorry about that, I got a little turned around sometimes. We'll go to the right. Go to the right. There we go.
Huh?
There we go.
What is it?
That wasn't there before.
Green choker. Go ahead and add that to Ignis.
You're on fire today!
What can I say? Let's go.
Indeed. Hey, you want to watch where you're going?
Ooh, I'm getting all turned around. It's been a while since I've been into this dungeon. It's been a very long time. Check the map. Yeah, I'm not going crazy. I don't think I am.
Total shocker.
Hey, if something's worth locking up.
It's worth seeking out.
There we go.
First time through here, right?
Looks it.
There we go. elixir, that will come in handy later. Then I think the light should be going off soon.
Hear that? Ooh, this looks promising.
In an ominous sort of way. Stay sharp.
Auto crossbow. Go to gear. This is going to be for, I do believe, Prompta. Secondary. Extra stats. Always a good thing. And it can be upgraded later. Okay, here comes the mid-boss. Start off with magic. When the lightning attack happens, just try to avoid it, but there's not much you can do to get out of the way. Get out of battle, regenerate our HP. We can go ahead and use our character abilities as well too as we get out of combat. Gaudiel's pretty good. Then you come in with the extra damage. Recast the magic.
Ain't got much life left in it.
Let's finish this.
And easy peasy, we didn't have to use any potions. Because like I said, before when I first fought her, I didn't utilize magic. Magic's very strong. So only 2 fire casts. I do believe we're out of... No, I think we have 1 more cast, which is good, and we have additional funds to make another spell, so very straightforward, very
None
easy.
the worse for wear. Bring on the next one.
This is not the direction we want to go to, but I'm just kind of looking for any type of extra items, things you might want to pick up. Oh, monsters inside of here.
The Prince of Pain.
There we go. Laser sensor, that'll be good for crafting later on, and now what we're gonna do. Let's just get the hell up out of here and move on. We picked up a couple extra items we need. Like I said, everything you pick up means you don't have to pick it up later.
That's weird.
The hell?
And here's the end of the dungeon, or the goal of the dungeon, to get the additional weapon from the Tomb of the Conqueror. I do believe you have to come back to this dungeon later. Way higher, and they have an extra dungeon in here. I could be wrong, but you gotta go through a whole NPC. They give you extra key, unlocks an extra dungeon in here. So we got our second item, the Axe of the Conqueror. Very solid. Boosts the stats early on. Really slow weapon to use, but like I said, you only use it really on immobile, easy to hit targets. Does consume, like I said again, HP like every other weapon every time you do land an attack. So that's it.
So Noct borrows the old king's powers.
More or less. At this rate, he'll soon rival his father's legacy. The copycat king.
So we're gonna go ahead and go to gear. Go to Noctis. Axe of the Conqueror. See, when we get rid of the two-handed sword, we do lose a little bit of HP. We do get up damage. We do lose that at 56, and we get 114 gain. So this is when you actually have to start weighing your options. For the extra damage that we get, is it worth it just to lose the stats we have? We're not really losing much. I mean, I know we're losing down to defense and things of that nature, but for the most part, we're just going to go ahead and use that for now. And when we get the next weapon, we'll swap it out. But it's definitely extra good stacks, extra damage.
Well, what's it like?
Going to go ahead and start, or hit the menu, map, and we're going to return to the entrance. And that's really about it, and progress the storyline on. But yeah, as long as you get your magic cast off at the beginning of a fight and you have the right magic use, fights are not too bad. Magic does a crap ton of damage and make things a lot more worthwhile.
Yeah?
Finally picked up, but I'd lost.
Just busy building my arsenal.
Good to hear. I have a task for you. The Empire's begun construction of a new base. I need you to put it left unchecked. I believe you've met Monica. She can fill you in on
Basically, Corey's calling us.
Go see her.
We're gonna have to go deal with the Imperial Army base.
People to see, bases
Part of
to
the main
burn.
story quest, so we're gonna knock it out. We might have some enemies on the way out here, but that's not necessarily bad because we gotta pass
Come to
them
think
anyway.
of it, we did spy a large structure.
Yeah.
It is getting
Hard to
close
miss a
tonight
harmless
though,
thing like that.
so what we want to do
Ain't gonna be
is
easy taking
definitely hit a
down a
camp,
whole stronghold.
rest up,
Can we really do
all
this?
that good stuff.
The Marshal believes we can, or he wouldn't have asked.
That is a core. It's level 34. Just run from it. Don't fight it.
Let's head back to the outpost.
Well, don't want to fight it. Up, see. We're gonna have to spend a healing item, which is fine. But you don't want to fight it. Those things do a lot of damage, so we just skip it. So they're all in danger. I'm just gonna run. I'm not gonna waste any healing items. I only had to heal because that I wouldn't have been able to move, and I would have been a game over. But you don't want to fight that. So once we get back to the space over here, we're gonna go ahead and sell off a couple items. Or I don't think we'll need to, but we're gonna definitely stock up on some more potions because potions are life. If you don't have potions, you'll get frustrated and lead a terrible time. Don't need to buy any Phoenix Downs yet.
Man, who knew Cora was such a badass?
I'm just
You
glad
know.
he's on our side.
But later on, we will buy Phoenix Downs. The reason I want to buy them early on, they're 1,000 a piece, and that's very expensive, and you shouldn't have to use them that early on. Certain bosses that get tough, yeah, but not now. So right now it's 6 o'clock. Another 2 hours, it'll be really dark. So we want to look into finding a place to stay. Plus, going to the campsite will actually give us some extra magic to stock up on, so that's always a good
We're
thing.
here.
It is quite comforting to see other people about.
Your Highness, the Marshal has apprised me of the plan. We've found a back door into the Imperial base. I'll mark the route on your map. The way is secure. You should be able to gain entry relatively easily.
So before I go and start there, we are going to head to the Regalia. We're going to go auto, map point, and let me see here. We want to head to that camp. Well, this one's actually probably closer, so we'll just go ahead, mark that as a map. We're going to go ahead and
Everything
camp
in
out.
order.
I would go stay at an inn, but that's an extra waste of money. We don't want to. We want to value our money. So we're gonna go rest of this camp, restock up our magic, then head back and then start that quest because we do not want to be counted at night. If you want to, I mean, I guess it's not that serious, but I always tell people better safe than sorry until you're actually very formidable versus the giants. You get caught out, you can't drive, you gotta tow the car, you gotta pay money from that. If it kills you, you gotta put it as a Phoenix down, or you gotta use HP potions and waste your restoratives.
Good to know we still have people we can count on outside the city.
The sun's gone down. Now might be a good time to consider where we'll set down for the night.
I'm with Iggy.
Excuse me. I would advise for you never to do what Prompto's doing right now. That is very unsafe.
Should be a nice change of pace.
Well, looks like it hasn't been restocked yet. We could go to the other campsite if we really wanted to get the magic, but we're not too worried about that. We're going to set up camp. It might be back up tomorrow. I don't know, but if not, we're going to keep it moving.
Sleeping out under the stars tonight.
Inns are great, and they give you extra experience, but they do cost money. So unless you're doing side quests, I would not advise it. And we're just cooking whatever we can get. You can always buy food supplies. It's not that big of a deal, though, I find. Just use whatever you got, and that's fine enough. The main thing is just so you're not out at night and you pass the day, and you reclaim you claim all the experience you get. Okay, we got 76 ascension points. We got most of our combat done. Further boost blindside damage is a good option. Also, warp strike bait the demon appendage is also pretty good. That's not coming till way later on. We're gonna go ahead and reduce the MP of phasing. Okay, this one's pretty decent to get the MP based on the amount of levels you have, along with or I'm sorry, it increases your MP by the basically amount of levels you have. It does not stack with those similar effects, of course. We can get the blindside damage first. We're going to get that a little bit later. Dodge attacks in midair. All this kind of stuff is just extra theatrics. I don't really feel that you need it. When you do an aerial attack, you do recover MP. That's okay. And then also from midair, you can push circle into warp into range and strike down from above. That's pretty okay. But it's not really necessary. Dawn Hammer is pretty solid. Like I said, most of these techniques early on, you don't really need to worry about them too much. Star Shell's okay at Prompto, but you really don't need to get it when you're just playing through the initial storyline. Adding the tech bar when Noctis lands attacks is very good if you want to go into that one next. Recovery, like I said, these are not too much of a big deal. I wouldn't really worry about it too much. And for magic, absorb even more magic when enemies deposits. All these early ones are actually fairly expensive. The enhancing of magic per level gain is pretty decent for 48. That's not too bad. Gain AP for elements, this is okay. And then enhanced pony of extra craft. This is probably the only one that maybe you should kind of get that helps out the magic crafting. You also have with the stats and stuff like that with the extra accessories. These ones are pretty expensive. These are all give you extra stats based upon whatever your level is times that number. So this enhances your vitality for departments for the number of levels gained, and they have one for strength and spirit. If you're going to go for one, I would say go for the spirit one and the strength one right away. Just because, you know, magic and upping your magic damage and also your physical damage helps a lot. 2 accessory slots is good for your cohorts. I'm not going to get that now since we don't need it because we don't have 2 accessories for everybody. So what I'm going to actually go ahead and invest into is, well, we could get further blindside damage, Damien Destroyer. Don't need the air stats or nothing like that. Don't need to get Star Shell. There is a Doom Hammer and the Cyclone. That's not too much important. Tech bar when he lands attacks. Recovery, we really don't need it. So the only thing I can see feasible right now is maybe waiting the additional points and putting the 48 into magic level. So we'll definitely get that next, but we need 4 more AP before we can get that. Since we did go to sleep, the fire, the ice, and the lightning reset, so we'll go ahead and pick these up before we move out. You always want to make sure you top off your magic because it's probably the most highest damaging thing you can do early game. Outside of when you get the Ascension skill, where you can basically, it's like your mini limit break for Noctis. So we should be good for a while to do the rest of the quest into Chapter 3, but we might need to sleep one more night. I'm not too for sure. Alright, auto, quest location, declaration of war. And we can fast travel there, so it works out pretty well. We just have to wait for it to load up.
Who's up for a hike?
Okay. So the base is right there. Slaying those monsters, they're pretty tough right now, but they do give you a nice amount of some food items that you could use for cooking. But for now, we're going to leave them be. Pick up this item real quick with the sharp bone. That'll be good for catalyst later. And I do believe should be like a side or a door or something right around here, unless I'm going crazy. Uh-oh. Oops. Well, I guess we'll just go ahead and end them real quick.
That's crossing the line.
My hand slipped.
Ponto, you're up!
I'm in a rest. Going for it! Uh-huh. You like that? Solid!
Let nothing stand in your way. Got it.
Gladio, do it! Nice work, Gladio. What can I say? Gladio! Nice work, Gladio! Ponto! Thought you'd never ask! Ignis!
If I may.
You rang? No one, Mr. Nice Guy!
There we go.
Hey, how's it look over there?
I think we might be winning!
Would have liked to wrap that up more quickly.
I know I'm not going crazy. I'm pretty sure that we can't go through the front. No. It's around the back way. I should have just checked the map real quick. Yeah, it's behind the back way. Sorry about that, just get a little mixed up. It's been a very long time since I did any of the entry-level stuff. Or the beginning area stuff. Oh. Might have not have been a bad thing. Pick up these peppers. There we go.
Ignis, how many royal arms are there?
As many as there have been kings, though not all would have survived to this day.
It's like a treasure hunt.
Okay, we're full on ice. Let's drive me crazy here. I know I'm not going nuts. The lady should be somewhere around here, so we can get through the door and get into the back of the base. I know I'm not going crazy. Or maybe I am. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I just missed it before. Okay, we're good to go. So what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna go to Elemency. We have a lot of ice and a lot of stocked up, so like I said, we wanna make sure that we spend it. We're gonna go ahead and use all the magics. See if we can get some generic unicast or something going on. So we got unicast ×3, potency of 159. Let's take a look here. Unicast ×4, that makes this potency 181. This makes it 171. This is 4 chain, 159 sharp tail feathers, and I do believe adding the extra one will make, so we'll only use 1. We'll get 3 casts of quad cast, 4 chain level 50, which is very good for now. However, we won't equip that yet. We're gonna store it, and what we're gonna do is we're going to equip the other one. So we're gonna go ahead and do the dual class blizzard, and we'll equip that there. But the next boss monster, we will utilize that.
From here, we will split into 2 groups. Prince Noctis, please join the marshal up ahead. The rest of you will assist.
I'll see you guys later.
You go give him hell. We'll do the same on our end.
Okay. So there's core.
Once we're in, we launch our ambush, pushing out while support pushes in, crushing the enemy from both sides.
This next segment is pretty straightforward and easy, especially since we got extra warp strike damage and reduce MP coming up. Or we got it already. It's gonna make this pretty damn easy. And we got upgraded weapons, so the damage is very easy. Or the physical attacks are very strong, making the fights very easy. That little square you see right there are areas you can cover with. If you'd like to recover your HP instead of warping to some point or high ground, you can actually just get out of combat or sit over here and you can gain back all your stats just by hitting square. That's basically all that is. Even most bosses in-game stuff, you can utilize that.
Above us! Got it!
Oh. I'm gonna go ahead and burn one magic here.
Too slow.
Oh, I think it missed. Alright.
Holding up all right?
I could do this in my sleep.
Marshal!
Went ahead and used the Marshal to clear off the rest of the guys.
Will the others be alright on their own?
Worry will only compromise your focus.
Yeah.
Walk-Thru the park. So it should be. Otherwise, you'd only get in everyone's way.
Could have gone it alone if I wanted.
That mentality could prove your undoing, Highness.
Oop, I think I went the wrong way. Oh, let me go back this way. There we go. There we go. We should have a bot or robot fight coming up soon.
Good to see you again.
All right on your end?
Right as rain. The Nifs couldn't take their eyes off us.
Thanks to you, we were spared their attention.
Here comes the Imperial Army. We got plenty of magic, good weapons, and healing items we forgot to buy. I forgot to buy extra healing items, so we should be fine.
Well, if it isn't Kor the Immortal. So, you survived the Citadel. But you won't survive what I have in store for you. It's past time your legend came to an end.
We can War Strike out of combat to heal if we need to. We should be fine. With the magic we have, it also should make the fight very short. Go inside the menus, Elemency. We're gonna go ahead and equip our 159 Quadcast 4-chain level 50 and get the fight started off right. We're in danger. We're gonna pop a potion. Drop a potion on Noctis, and also a potion on Gladios. We got an elixir. I really don't need. Well, we'll go ahead and use the high potion.
You're up. Nice one, Pronto.
The gloves are off. No more fun and games.
Hard and fast.
Enough of this. You will suffer for this.
That's cool.
Trigger happy.
Gladius, do it!
Try this!
Nice work, Gladius.
Get ready!
You all right? Pathetic.
Nice one, Crossout.
So we use a lot more healing items than we wanted to use, but that's my fault for not buying the additional potions before the battle. So in hindsight, I forgot to buy the additional potions to have ready for that battle. But we worked it out okay. We only lost a couple elixirs, high potions, all that stuff is not too pricey, so we'll be fine. So don't feel bad about using those. You can buy elixirs, you can buy high potions, you can buy regular potions.
I'll return to watching the Nifs. Till next time, take care.
Gladio core is pretty solid in F5 for their attacks, and of course just whatever blindsides you can get. Getting the extra increased blindside damage may or may not have been that bad. But like I said, those missile attacks and those stomps will automatically just take all your HP out. Don't worry about it, just heal through it and you'll be fine.
Ain't so bad out here once you get used to it.
Still a lot we haven't seen, though.
And a lot for us to do.
Yeah.
Buck up. We're just getting started.
And I do believe that concludes Chapter 2 and puts us right into 3. We've got a lot of AP to work with, so that's also very nice. We'll be able to increase our magic damage, which will be very good for future fights. I think after that, we're going to go ahead and look into also putting some of our points into HP, strength, and also spirit for times our level.
So, the prince eludes death. And what of the elusive ring?
Eluna Freya has absconded with it.
Find and kill her. The ring is the final piece.
We may do well to take her alive. The Six wield power beyond our imagination. The Oracle holds the key for the king. She could unlock many secrets. Nay, High Commander. Lord Ravis, the Imperial Army is now at your disposal.
A moot point, while the fugitives remain at large. My men and I will continue our search for the Prince and the Oracle.
So glorious. My crystal.
Yep, and that is the voice of Seymour from Final Fantasy X. That is the king of the other empire, Niflheim. The guy in the white hair is the brother of Luna. Just so you didn't know. So now this is more to the open world. We're going over to different areas and stuff like that.
Leave this dust bowl behind.
The lands beyond are vast by comparison to lead.
The one thing we're going to do is pick up some potions and get into the next
First
quest.
comes to Sky, a region known for its wetlands.
Really? Wetlands?
There's also a chocobo forest.
Now we're talking.
Further west lies the Clane region, wherein we'll find the town of Lestalem.
Oh, isn't that where Iris is headed?
Barring delays, she should have arrived by now. Maybe even had herself a look at the meteor.
The meteor of the Six?
The same. Its heat is harnessed to power Lestalem.
Whoa, that sounds way cool.
I'm actually looking forward to this.
So before we're going to stock up on potions, because that's the number one thing you need to get. Phoenix Downs you get from picking up throughout the game so far is more than enough to survive in battles. But do not want to get in a predicament where I don't have any potions. That is
we have a solid
not
lay
what
of
I
the
wanna
land now. The driver's seat is yours, Noct. If you so desire it.
Okay. So we just need to bring up the Regalia, if it would actually let me. But I guess we can't go to Regalia. We gotta go to this.
Could this be?
There we go. Trigger the event or whatever.
Noct?
Iris?
It's really you. So good to hear your voice. Everything's fine over here. We managed to make it to Lestalem. We just settled into our new digs. So yeah, let me know when you're coming so we can meet up.
Yeah, will do.
You better.
Was that Iris? Can't even call her own brother.
In all fairness, yours wasn't the obituary broadcast all over Lucis.
What about me? She say anything about me?
Okay. So Prompto,
You see that sign?
he wants to see Chochobos.
No time for that. Need to get to Lestalem.
We're gonna go and get that a little bit later,
on, just a
or we're
quick
gonna shut
visit.
it down. Shut him down real quick.
First things first. Lestalem.
All right. The next time we check out the Chocobos.
And the reason why you want to unlock the Chochobos, they do help in a lot of other things for transportation to make your life a lot easier. So that's one side quest I would consider as a main quest, because you definitely want to unlock the Chochobos. So we're gonna go shop. 605 on the gill. 12 potions. That works out. Sell. Let's see here. Treasures. Rusted bill. We're gonna go ahead and sell some of these saber claws. I'll give 630. Scorpio barb. We'll go ahead and sell a couple of these. Brings us up to the 160, and we're looking pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and save. We're gonna go ahead and cut it off here for the videos that I'm making for YouTube and stuff like in the guides. So on the next video, we'll go ahead and start up chapter 3. And then finish chapter 3 and then move on to the next chapter 4. So chapter 1 and chapter 2 were mostly the introductory segments to the game. 3 starts to get a little bit more advanced, and then also 4 you pretty much opened up everything and moving into the next set of stuff. So that's basically about it. So we're gonna go ahead and cut the video here.